superconduction in these inorganic systems are very done when it's very cold.
Give me examples of what you're
Minus
talking about.
400 and some degrees K.
Okay.
You have to get down very low in temperature in order for electrons to travel through a metal object, copper or whatever superconductor they use. And in order for it to flow, superconduction begin to flow with no resistance. So in order for electricity to flow through an electrical cord with no resistance, that's superconductor.
All right, clear.
Okay? Now, it's done at very low temperatures. You can't do it at room temperature. And what's fascinating is that melanin appears to be able to do it at room temperature.
The significance of that being?
The ability to transmit information almost at will.
My son, you do not remember me. I am Jor-El. I am your father. By now you will have reached your 18th year, as it is measured on Earth. By that reckoning, I will have been dead for many thousands of your years. The knowledge that I have matters physical and historic. I have given you fully on your voyage to your new home. These are important matters, to be sure, but still matters of mere fact. There are questions to be asked, and it is time for you to do so. Here in this fortress of solitude, we shall try to find the answers together. So, my son, speak.
Who am I?
Your name is Kal-El. You are the only survivor of the planet Krypton. Even though you've been raised as a human being, you are not one of them. You have great powers, only some of which you have as yet discovered.
Come with me now, my son, as we break through the bars of your earthly confinement, traveling through time and space. In the sixth element, your powers will far exceed those of mortal. It is forbidden for you to interfere with human history. Rather let your leadership stir others too. In this next year, we shall examine the human heart. It is more fragile than the past 2 years. As we pass through the flaming turmoil which is the edge of your own galaxy, we will enter the realm of the red Krypton sun, source of your strength and nourishment and cause of our eventual destruction. The planet Krypton, my son, your home, as it was. This year, we shall examine the various concepts of immortality and their basis in actual fact. The total accumulation of all knowledge spanning the 28 known galaxies is embedded in the crystals which I have sent along with you. Study them well, my son.
Over the past
Learn
12
from
years,
them.
we have reasoned out logical judgments.
By the time we return to the confines of your galaxy, 12 of your years will have passed. For this reason, among others, I have chosen Earth for you. It is now time for you to rejoin your new world and to serve its collective humanity. Live as one of them, Kal-El. To discover where your strength and your power are needed. But always hold in your heart the pride of your special heritage. They can be a great people, Kal-El, they wish to be. They only lack the light to show the way. For this reason, above all, their capacity for good, I have sent them you, my only son.
noticed that there were some videos going around talking about the idea of a flat Earth. And I wanted to show you how, as I see it, through observation, through actual what's called work, how this system operates. And I hope that this display will help you. So I've put these words here that all mean something to everyone, and I'm going to place them within this diagram. To explain this diagram, I'll move forward. The blue, or the, which blue is gold, gold is blue. The sun, red, or what this kind of a, almost like a teal color almost, as the opposite being red. This influence over the sphere being the Earth, okay? This round Earth right here, the lower Earth, right? You see that, the lower Earth? Above the lower Earth you have this belt, and within this belt is what I call where the celestial objects are placed. And these are ideas, i.e. the stars are there for decoration. They're not out in deep space. There is no deep space. I'll get to that. Okay? The moon and the sun, moon, move in their respective orbits around a center point. The blue reflecting the around time. If you rotate this circle, that will indicate the lit path. Okay, this would be the unlit path at the time that this curve is there. This would be counteracted with the moon influence, right, of light, being that these are both just lights, merely lights, greater, lesser. Okay, so let's label those at least. So we can label the sun. I'll put it right there. Just that's it. All right. We can label the moon. We'll put it right there. Okay. This observation, I'm going to go ahead and say, I won't fill all this in, other than to show you that you'll find out in this arrangement through the so-called cycle, these will interact and change, and this will sometimes, the so-called moon influence will sometimes align with the sun, right? Does that make sense? So this thing would go in a cycle when this would be a fixed point. All right? That would account for eclipses and all that nonsense. That it's not what, there's no planet moving in front. All right? It's a light. So moving forward, you have space. Now space is merely the space between what I just described. This would be the firmament and the ceiling. All right, here would be the ceiling right here. The ceiling. You're not getting out of that. There's no deep space. There are no planets. Anything that's shown to you as a planet would be projected to you in this arena. All right? Just made smaller to have you be given the illusion of distance. All right? So where's the actual Earth, the dirt, the ocean, the air, the mountains, all that good stuff? Us. We're down in this area. That's us. That's the world. To the side, we're in just one part of it. You can't get to this edge just the way that this thing works. It's just not, you can't get out. You're not going to get there. Because it's just, there is no way you can get there. You're welcome to go try. Go ahead. Have fun. The sky, which is the sky, right? And then the weather. The weather sits in this band right here. See, there'd be like, these would be the puffy clouds and whatnot in the back. You can see them kind of puffing, and they move around. All right. And then if you look at the idea of that the earth is suspended on nothing, and then you do an inverse color image, you will see that this is in fact supported on nothing. This goes down into the depths, right? Into the deep. Okay? So this is merely just the eyeball, naturally. The human eyeball, just turned on its side, that I wanted to show you. Which is, it's the same thing as what I just showed you. That's the human eyeball. I turned it on its side. This is the human eyeball. I turned it on its side because this is what creation is. It is in the eye. Right? It is in the eye of the beholder.